Shalom, shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praises unto YAHAWAH, BAHASHEM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHEM, WAKWAKWADASH. Double honors to the elders and apostles, great millstone, and shalom to the mighty Akim, Wakwathim, who are diligently waiting to be delivered from this final captivity. This is Brother Kawakub coming at you with no lesson, and shalom to the speckled bird that may look like the other nations, but are actually Yasharallah. This is Brother Kawakub. Today's lesson, it's going to be on this precept that I have read the scriptures front to back, but sometimes, which something that a brother has said, I had spoke to a brother about, is like every time you read it, you might not catch something the first time, and it's kind of like watching a movie where you watch a movie and then when you see the plot twist, like, oh, so that makes sense. That's why that thing said, oh, why someone said such and whatever like that. So that's basically the exact same thing, where as you grow and study in the understanding of the scriptures, you're going to be able to see and notice things that you wouldn't have noticed prior with your lesser attuned understanding. All right. And that's basically what I wanted to kind of illustrate in this lesson, because I had saw this, but I didn't really see this, quote unquote, all right, or I guess fully understand it. Now, the thing is John chapter 11, verse 9, Yahawashi answered, are there not 12 hours in the day? All right, let's read it. John chapter 11, verse 9, Yahawashi answered, are there not, verse 9, Yahawashi answered, are there not 12 hours in the day? If any man walk in the day, he stumbleth not, because he seeth the light of this world. Verse 10, but if a man walk in the night, he stumbleth, because there is no light in him. All right, so over here, this was basically something that I had noticed, and this is basically in tandem to this Isaiah chapter 8, verse 20. To the law and to the testimony, if they speak not according to this word, it is because there is no light in them. And this was just something that I thought was like, let me get that as well. Let me hold on, bear with me, hold on. Isaiah 49, verse 6, and he said, it is a light thing that thou shouldest be my servant, to raise up the tribes of Jacob, and to restore the preserved of Israel. I will give thee for a light to the Gentiles, that thou mayest be my salvation unto the end of the earth. Basically, this was the thing that, was kind of like, you have to understand, like, the whole light thing. The light thing is like the understand, being able to, quote unquote, see, as Yahawashi had put it in verse 10. But if a man walk in the night, he stumbleth, because there is no light in him. So if you are stumbling, quote unquote, in the night, as in like in a situation, in a difficult situation, or a situation that requires wisdom, the only reason why you're stumbling is because you don't have the light, you don't have the wisdom and knowledge, you don't have the understanding of whatever situation that will help, whatever situation that you're in order to know how to maneuver said situation. This was the beauty in the thing that I wanted to get into, because like that's a very powerful thing of, naturally, all right, the light is shining, and the light tells us, oh, you know what, go this way, do this, we can do this, or we're able to maneuver around because we see everything. But in darkness, in pitch black, you can't see anything, or there's nothing to guide you. And I'm not saying pitch black and light as in like literal words. It's parabolic, as in like it, like, say for example, if you are in a situation of having to maneuver, let's say for example, if you get pulled over by the police, if you are blind, you don't know, if you don't have the light in you, you don't have the wisdom, then you're not going to know how to handle that situation. You don't know the wisdom or the proper the proper or the best methods in order to diffusing this situation and getting out of there with your life intact. All right, so as a result that you're just gonna grope in the darkness, not do whatever or you think. All right, just move without wisdom, move without knowledge, move without the move randomly, I guess, if you want to call it that, and then you're just gonna you're gonna fall into a ditch. Which actually, let's get that as well. Matthew chapter 15 verse 14, let them alone, they be blind leaders of the blind, and if the blind lead the blind, both shall fall into the ditch. Where again, you could lead yourself into destruction if you just saying, okay, I'm just gonna wing it, I'm just gonna go randomly or whatever and stuff like that, where you're not even properly preparing. So you're leading yourself astray, you're leading yourself to that destruction. All right, so yeah, as a result of that, there is the brothers, all right, the actual brothers, the sincere servants of YAHAWAH that are actually knowledgeable, that have that light, that are able to say, okay, you know what, the Lord prepared me for this, so I know now, okay, agree with thine adversary quickly, or whatever type stuff that the Lord, whatever the Lord puts on us, whatever spirit the Lord puts on us to do for us to be able to get through such situation. An example of this is Matthew 10 verse 19. But when they deliver you up, take no thought how or what ye shall speak, for it shall be given to you in that same hour what ye shall speak. Right? So basically, yeah, like this is the thing where the Lord's going to just put the spirit on us to be able to know exactly what to say, how to diffuse the situation, how to talk, how what information to share, so that he just so that the enemy backs up on bothering us, oppressing us, and all that stuff. All right, that's the thing where for us, what we're looking for is the Lord to kind of help us make it through the stuff. And it is a hard thing to do, of course. It's a hard thing if you don't actually have the template, okay? The template of how to maneuver, which the template being the scriptures. The scriptures basically tell us, how to maneuver, use wisdom, be wise as serpents, harmless as doves, and, as we grow in the spirit, then the Lord really just puts these applicable information in us to be able to properly, get through all these things, all right? Now, Isaiah 33 verse 6, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. And again, like this goes back into that same thing where, the thing that's going to protect us in said darkness, the thing that's going to protect us when we're in this darkness, when we're in this metaphorical darkness, it's the wisdom and knowledge that the Lord blessed us with, the Lord put in us. All right, the Lord instilled in us the wisdom and knowledge of the scriptures for us to be able to be like, okay, so I remember this, whatever scripture said this, the prophecies are coming out, and the prophecy told us what would be happening, so that we are not ill prepared and we are going to be able to maneuver properly. Because as a matter of fact, let me actually see if I can remember that. Bear with me one moment, because I don't remember it. It's Isaiah, I think. Is it Isaiah? Fuck, it's even with
this one looks like an angel, but it has a dark side.
Okay, I found it. LAWAYA. So here we have this Isaiah 24 verse 18, And it shall come to pass that he who fleeth from the noise of the fear shall fall into the pit, and he that cometh up out of the midst of the pit shall be taken in the snare, and the windows from on high are open, and the fountains of the earth do shake. And this is basically like, well, you're out of the frying pan into the fire, and there's just no escape from the said thing. But for the prophets, the elect more specifically, the Lord's going to deliver them from it. So yeah, it's just an interesting scripture that I wanted to share. I pray this lesson was edifying. I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto YAHAWAH, BA'ASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BA'ASHAM, RICANS, the honors to the elders and apostles, great millstone, abode, ball, and shalom.